The Traralgon Bowls Club. Amazing food for you and your family. Function rooms for celebrating with your friends. Corporate spaces for meetings and conferences. With special benefits for members. Visit us today at the Traralgon Bowls Club. More than just a bowls club.
In the UK, there's a bowl for every surface for the Henselite product. But overseas, I use the Tiger 2 and I use the Dreamline XG purely because I love the grip and the arc that the bowl takes, and that's what makes me one of the best players in the world.
Welcome to the Henselite Victorian Open for 2024. We are at men's pairs action sectional play. This is round 2. We have a beauty of a match to get you through today. My name's Tony Shewell, and joining me in commentary is the one and only Sammy Rogers.
Good morning, Tony. Good to be back on, and another cracking contest to start our morning here at Traralgon Bowling Club.
Yeah, very much looking forward to this one. Mitch Sidebottom has just delivered his first bowl. This is N1 of 15. His skipper is Matty Robertson. Their opponents today, Bradley GIBSON. Sometimes we'll probably refer to him as Sticks, which is his nickname, and his skip is Josh Corless. Nickname is Chopper.
This is section number 50 action. Both teams coming away with a win in their opening rounds this morning.
Some close games out there, Sam.
There were. So Brad and Josh and an 18 shots to 9 victory in their opening game. And I'm not sure if you saw the last couple ends of Mitchie and Robbo's contest, but they've snuck through with a one-shot victory, 14 shots to 13 out on the far carpet.
They had a very good tussle. Players have come from a different green, so it might take an end or so to get used to the change in pace. They've had a one-end roll-up, nice and quick.
Yeah, we saw the opening game this morning, as good a contest as it was. Talking to a few of the boys afterwards, they found it a little bit tricky. Hard to nail one right on the jack. Important just to finish in good areas if you do miss, and Sidebottom's played a good one with his last.
Nice little bowl there from Bradley GIBSON. Nussles right next to the jack after removing Mitch Sidebottom's bowl. Two and a quarter hour time limits today. Winners of each of the sections go through to the knockout stages to be played tomorrow. We'll play 4 rounds of knockout stages. We'll get ourselves down to around the quarter-final level. Those matches will be played in the last 2 days of the event here at the Vic Open. The Henselite Victorian Open, playing for $100,000 in prize money, or in excess of. Yeah, lovely response from Matty Robertson. Made the move over to Moama during the season.
Okay, Robbo's taking over, prefers to the back end side. Make the left hand on this one to sit Brad GIBSON's bowl underneath the head.
He's tracking pretty good.
And there you go. There's a half a chance in playing that back end side that it could change the shape of the head if he didn't get it right. And
Yeah,
it's
Mitch-
turned the shot ball over one and exposed the jack tone.
Yeah, Mitch Sidebottom wanted him on the other hand, but Robbo a little bit more comfortable. Just as you say, Sam exposed the jack slightly. He has finished in not a bad spot though, Robbo's bowl.
All right. Just going to find out that this backhand side tone
A little tighter than what you'd expect.
is a little bit tricky to play, as we've seen in the past. All right, so still a chance for Robbo to make a couple. Definitely holding it in one.
There we go, locked in.
He's going to search for this Brad Gibson bowl. Chance to make a multiple on the opening end. Josh Corless still with one to come after this. Searching on the forehand. Oh, half a chance here, Tone.
Robbo likes it,
Just needs a little piece of the bowl.
and he gets it.
Gets it out.
In favour, this could be 3 at this stage. Chopper still with 1 bowl to come.
Josh having a real close look as to see whether they're 2 or 3 down here.
Robbo looks like he's up and about too. He's got a bit of a strut on today. A very good tactician is Josh Corless.
Yeah, long discussion here about what the go is. Whether there's a way to... Yeah.
I like your comment, John Starks. Chopsticks. Good little combination here. Bradley Gibson, nicknamed Sticks, and Josh Corless, nicknamed Chop, as I said earlier. Chopper's still a very young man, but geez, got some experience. Been playing for many, many years. State representative.
If there's any chance on the forehand, Tone, to turn the shot bowl through the jack, does not like this out of the hand. It is under.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Yeah, they apologise.
Fortunate to end up with second shot.
They're very quick to apologise. Robbo gives it a little bit of side eye. Nonetheless, it's 1 to Mitch Sidebottom and Matty Robertson. At this level, you'll see that quite often when there is a fortunate little bit of luck either way. Players are very quick to just say, yeah, sorry about that. Obviously not really sorry, but they are acknowledging that they did get a little bit of good fortune. Paparazzi taking photos from behind us.
Always good to make sure the phone's on silent before we go live, Tone. Anyway.
Yeah, it does help. Good opener from Mitchy Sidebottom. He's a very good draw bowler. Mitch Sidebottom. I don't know how many times you've seen him play, Sam, but when he gets dialed in, he is very hard to stop.
His second appearance on a BB streaming in as many days, Tone. Showing out more well in the mixed pairs with Jan Morton.
Yeah, Morty said she had a fabulous time with Mitch. Morning, Cougs. Yeah, it's a fair call, Tim. Here we
Again
go.
from Mitch. Trails all the jack.
Bradley Gibson just giving himself a little slap on the leg. Not happy with that one. Early days. Fantastic facility here, Sam. Traralgon Bowls Club got everything you could possibly want. Later on in the day, expect to see the mezzanine up there quite full, certainly through to tomorrow when we get into knockout stages. It'll be the spot to be to watch all your bowls.
Yeah, 4 greens full of action here this morning.
They do. Streaming from the indoor synthetic. There's another synthetic and 2 grass greens. Robbo will be looking to come up through Mitch Sidebottom's bowl. Looks narrow for me, Sammy, but
Asking for it to miss as it slides on through. There's a fraction more speed than he would have liked. Alright. Joshy with a bit of work to do, getting after this tone.
yes,
Miles
it's
away.
close. It's a good effort.
Don't mind it settling around for a good second shot, and yeah, it does that.
Weight was about spot on. Some very handy players here at Traralgon today. Beautiful day outside, perfect for watching bowls. And Robbo gets the second shot, holding 2 now. It was a crisp morning, Sam. It was
Very fresh.
very fresh first thing, but I tell you what, outside is absolutely beautiful. Club had the egg and bacon rolls firing this morning, the coffee van, the whole lot.
Yeah, Matty Ferrari's got the outside grass greens looking an absolute treat as well.
He certainly does. They look amazing.
Alright, Joshy with last bowl on the second end here. Couple down.
Josh CORLESS is the reigning men's pairs Victorian Open champion, I do believe. Subbed in with Matty O'Brien for the final day. Dylan Fisher was unavailable, got him through sections, and between the 3 of them, they are the men's pairs champions, reigning champions.
Oh, another big result. Oh, cuts another one out, another one.
Successive ones for Matty Robinson's rink.
How's that happen then?
Not too sure on what the steamed broccolis is, but I do like it.
Oh! I thought you were pointing out that.
No.
How's that possible? In between games.
Break, lunch break, early lunch breaks. Lovely opener from Mitchy Sidebottom. He's dialed in early. Neil Weir, nice to have you watching, mate, all the way from Scotland. Mitchy Sidebottom using a Drake's Pride. Bradley Gibson using an Aero. Matty Robinson using a Drake's Pride. Josh CORLESS, I'd imagine, uses a Henselite XG, but I'm not actually too sure. Sammy, you'll know.
Will I think it is. I think you might be right, Tone. She looking for something similar here. Not too far away either. It's going to come to a real nice spot.
Yeah, that's good leading.
Of course, we've seen a fair bit of Brad Gibson, Moonee Valley colours throughout the pennant season, Tone.
Yeah, we certainly have.
In Premier A, and may or may not have heard about Andrew May. Heard of Andrew May, Tone? Works with clubs such as the Manly Sea Eagles.
I did watch a little
Zoo,
video on him this morning.
New South Wales Waratahs, and they followed the valley around all season. And the podcast has just been released this morning, actually, so it's called Performance Intelligence with Andrew May. From choking to champions. Inspiring story about a bunch of ordinary blokes doing extraordinary things at Moonee Valley Bowls Club on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Listened to it this morning, actually, Tone. Well worth a listen to gain a bit of insight as to how the Valleys are going about their business this season. Just falling short, of course.
Yep. Credit to the club for making the final after being promoted a level. Good morning, Ray, watching from Mount Buller. This is Matty Robertson on the mat. State selector. It's still a heck of a player in his own right. He's had quite a few back issues over the journey and had some recent surgery that's got him moving a little bit better than what he always has been. So expect to see some good play just like that. Shoots the Bradley Gibson bowl through. Doesn't want to pump up Bradley Gibson's front bowl. The only risk with a wider track. No trouble at all for Matty Robertson. Kick a goal here. Oh, Chop didn't like this one out of the hand. Again, the weight's about spot on. But if you're looking to go through any of the results, jump on the Bowls link. You'll see all the matches that are being played across about a dozen clubs this morning. I'll all put the results in from the round one matches. Some venues electing to go straight into round two before a lunch break. Others having a lunch break early.
All right, Robbo looking to put the pressure right on here. His final bowl. Just needs the right connection now, Tone, and
Gets it.
Absolutely perfect. Right up onto the jack.
Jack probably goes the wrong way for Josh Corless if he connects on the front bowl. Gonna have to try something else.
Got to play enough weight to get it all the way out to his back one that you can just see poking out the bottom left-hand corner of his screen.
Yep.
That's about the only one they've got right past. And looking to draw it off on the forehand. A little bit of jack movement.
It's got to get down.
Wide. Be another end. The opening three ends the way of Mitch Sidebottom and Matt Robertson. And it's confirmed as 3 shots.
Good bowling, Robbo, says Joe Whitehead. Spot on. He looks ready to play today. As we said, they had a narrow victory in their round one match. Solitary shot. Currently leading 5-0.
As you mentioned, Tone, a few scores already coming through from round one matches.
How did our own Joshy Thornton go? Teaming up with Bradley Orr. I didn't hear how they went.
I believe the final score, if it's correct in Bowls Link, they've gone down 12 shots to 13 in their opening rounds.
Ooh,
so
that'll hurt.
Work to do for the boys. Still 2 rounds. Still every chance to get through their section.
That'll put a dent in Joshy Thornton's confidence. Actually, it won't. Just had somebody text me, said he was up 12-4. Yikes. I'll have to get a full report when he's next on commentary.
I'm sure we'll hear all about it.
Yep, Mitchy Sidebottom continuing to do Mitchy Sidebottom things.
Yeah, started well, and Brad Gibson yet to really find it yet on this live stream rink number 7 here to the roof here at Traralgon Bowls Club.
Shows the value of a lead that's on it, doesn't it?
Yeah, Jim and I briefly mentioned it this morning in our opening game on stream. 3 bowls, if one of the 2 leads can jump on, really sets it up, forces the opposition skip into playing a few weighted shots, put them under pressure every end.
Chasing from the get-go.
Yep.
This looks a bit better.
Yeah, even Robbo's giving this one a little clap on the way through, and
Yeah, lovely bowl.
does well. Bradley Gibson draws the shot. Needed that.
Question without notice, Sammy, but who's your pick in the men's pairs
Oh,
field?
we had a sort of a quick look through Jim and I on the opening round. There's so many quality teams. It's hard to pick. Brad Pavey in some good form. He's made it all the way to the semi-final of the mixed pairs. He's teaming up with Matthew Flapper.
Tough combination to beat that one.
I think they'll go pretty deep in the tournament, but as we touched on, so many good pairings, nothing would surprise.
Oh, Matty Robertson.
That's a good shot on that hand, but gets unlucky. Still one down.
Yep.
How about you, Tony? Any standout team that you fancy?
Well, I tell you, if I'm going on what I've seen here at this venue this morning, Tyson Cromie was electric, skippered by Brett Marnie, who was equally as good. So they will be a tough combination. I think they fit well together with styles of play. Tyson Cromie up front, pretty hard to stop. It's the best thing about something like the Vic Open though, Sammy, you've got options galore as to who can win. If Robbo keeps playing like this, they'll be hard to mow down as well. Jack is a long way deep, just comes into shot now. Just the one to Robbo so far, Sam, with bowl each to come.
Still room to draw, but not sure there's a straightforward path. Just got to pick a spot, jack high on either hand and draw to it here, I think. Probably play still the forehand. Don't know if he's around the pack or can still draw it underneath. See what he comes up with. Just needs a clear run underneath and he's good. Yeah, it's a pretty good
Well
shot. That'll be
played.
in for a couple. Back over to Josh Corless here. Couple down once again.
Does he follow the same line down, Sam? Or?
I missed what he played with his second bowl. Tone. Whatever he's played with his second, he's got to back himself to correct off that.
Yep.
Moving up to draw this on the forehand. If he beats the last bowl, he goes close. If he has the right speed, he'll be good here, Tone. Just needs to
He
settle.
loves it.
It's going, might sit this, and it's flicked it down and closer, and it's another 2. By the looks of things. Hot start here, Tone.
7-0 after 4 ends.
Yeah, you mentioned it a couple of minutes ago, Tone. Matthew Robertson seems a man fired up. A bit of a scare in their opening game. They've got through that and switched on here early.
Certainly put that one behind them and ready to go. Wait was the call from Josh CORLESS.
And she's side bottom, not far off taking the jack. Slides on past. Chance here for Stixie to nail one here and put Robbo under some pressure. Asking for this one to get right on it. And that is right on it indeed, Tone. Good shot.
Yep, headbutts the jack.
And over to you, Matthew Robertson. One down. Everything past the jack though. So there are options.
First time in this match that he's crossed being behind.
Yeah, except for the previous end where he trailed the jack straight away and changed things right up. This one's a much higher degree difficulty about this shot. Don't know how aggressive he'll be here. Obviously he has 3 bowls, so can maybe get after it with his first. Shape you up on the forehand. This might be pretty aggressive here. Tone. Known for playing these searching sort of weighted shots, Matty Robertson. Nice guide if he can just clear the front one of Brad's.
Far away. It's not far away, Sam.
Thank you very much, he says. Clips it off clean.
Don't think he's missed much today.
I don't think he's missed anything.
Nope. 100% strike rate so far.
Alright, back to Joshy Course here. Bit of room to draw the shot.
Good to see so many clubs here too, Sam. As you look around, there are different uniforms all over the place.
Very good here from
Lovely bowl,
Chopper,
Josh
asking
CORLESS.
for the fall over on top of the jack, willing it to fall.
Gets a little,
Doing just about everything in his power to
yep, gets a little low five from Matty Robertson. He knew that was a
front of
great
the jack.
shot.
Good shot, well. A good shot. Robbo just has to play the same bowl here. He gets it over the... Sorry, Tone gets it over the jack. There's plenty waiting. Okay, what can you see?
I can see some Morty Alec. I can see some West Sale. I can See Matty Robertson getting a bowl out of the way.
Well, what it does do, it gives Brad and Josh a bowl past the head sort of into that pack. Josh can confidently draw here, just doesn't want to give Robbo any more assistance. It's already going good enough as it is in the opening, 4 ends.
I can see some Ocean Grove, I can see some Traralgon, some Dandenong Club, some Coatesville. All the clubs represented across this men's pairs action.
To swap hands here is Josh. Just needs to rip inside this one, doesn't have the weight for it. Alright, so just having a close look at their options. Robbo looks fairly confident, he's on his way back to the mat.
Although, if I roll your back one, does that mean we're 2 down? Yes.
Alrighty, so Matthew Robertson definitely one down. Just signalled late on, it's safer on his backhand side. Just get a little bit of contact on the shot bowl and get the jack moving.
He's worried about rocking out the Mitch Sidebottom bowl.
Needs it to hold on. Oh, great try. Great try.
And Josh CORLESS on this change of hands, correct on his second. It's not far away, Sam.
Played this nicely.
It's not far
Tone.
away.
And on the board.
A lovely bowl. Joshy CORLESS. 2 shots. See if they may have a bit of a change of end. Change of length of end, I should say. Yeah, they're going a fair way back. See a little bit of T-to-T action here.
Wins to Dylan Fisher and Matty O'Brien, as well as Brad Pavey and Matt Flapper in their opening rounds. Comfortable enough victories. 4 sections of 4. Win your section. Come back and play in the knockout rounds tomorrow.
Yep. I don't know how fast your fingers are, Sam, but Lee Pretty asking how the pretties are going.
And no score just in
No scoring
yet.
Okay, keep an eye out for that. All these scores are in BowlsLink. And, across each of the venues we're using, they'll input the scores at the conclusion of their round 1. And a peach there from Bradley Gibson. Dan Priddle is watching. I wonder if he's come down from the high of winning the premiership a few days ago. Great response from Mitchy Sidebottom. Nice win early days to Selena Goddard, Cass Millerick, Lisa Phillips, Tash Van Eldick also lodging a win with their round 1 matches. There are some big names in this field. Sidebottom changing hands. mother and daughter combination, Tricia Rogers and Carla Krasanik. Had a bit of a tough game against the Americans. Mary Thompson, 15-12 down. Nice to see Carla back playing, and certainly nice to see our American friends coming out and playing the Victorian Open. Fighting it out for their chance at more than $100,000 in prize money. Yeah, Mitchie just a little bit under on that one.
Yeah, Robert asking if it stays up, it's still okay.
Still got some value.
Yep.
Tell you what, hasn't missed by much.
It's a fair attempt. Will it stay on? Just. She calls with magnificent speed with his first bowl. Getting after it. Just struggled to turn back late down there. That forehand side. Robert looking to land this shot bowl of Brad Gibson's out. He said, uh-oh, and that's white.
He got about 6 yards into his walk down to follow it. As you said, Sam let out a little uh-oh.
Didn't even get that far. And it sails into the ditch as well, so... Josh Corless, as much as he wants to get another one in the area, doesn't want to make the target any bigger than one bowl for Robbo to get after with his last. Half interested again. Just needing it to get down. Trying now, Tone.
Yeah, it's a great effort.
It's a good shot. Falls in behind. Protects the shot bowl a little bit more.
What Robbo can do with this one. It's a hard shot to play, that one.
One shot. I have Brady Lee Gibson and Josh Corless back-to-back ends for the first time in this contest, and they trail 7 shots to 3 through 6 ends. Score next door, the Cheltenham boys are up 9 shots to 5 through 6 ends. openers from Bradley Gibson starting to find their stream rink a little bit more now. Starting to group these bowls a little bit better. Mitch's side bottom is the underneath, so good chance for Stixie here to clean this right up with his third. Sit Mitch's out or turn his own bowl in behind the jack. Not far away. Oh, good chance here, Tone. This is a good shot no matter what.
He's really started to find it in the last few ends. That's
Bowls.
Bradley Gibson.
Someone passed as well. Side bottom, not too far away himself. Doesn't want the gap. Wow, that's a good effort to find the minimal space there was between the shot bowl and the jack. Slides all the way past.
See Robbo in the background using his bowls lifter every now and again. Lifted up Josh Corless's bowl for him then, but that's a result of his back injury, which he manages as best he can. Is it 3 or 2 here, Sam?
Yeah, it might only be 2. Brad Gibson's might be just a fraction past. See if that changes anything. No, missing. Stays on and they get the respot. Momentum just slightly shifting over this contest and a chance for Josh Corless to add another. And it's doing just that.
Yeah, well played.
He creates a huge wall for Robbo to sit into in doing so. Can't do much about that. Played the right shot. Just fatting the target up slightly. Still. Gotta get it. And closer here. Much better speed. This is bang on for me, Tone. Right in the area.
Gets in amongst it. Still might be 2 down.
Still
But
a couple by the looks of things. Wasn't able to quite get the right shelf back down to the jack and get the shot.
Josh Corless can play the same shot using Mitch Sidebottom's wing bowl, can't he?
Yeah, either that or we'll play a little bit more defensive and cover out here on the backhand side if the jack was able to squeeze out.
Just confirming he's 1 down on the tee if it goes that way.
I think they're pretty happy the way that's sort of set up there. There's not a lot for Robbo to work off. Sort of thinking that Robbo might play a bit more aggressive with his last and if they can cover any sort of danger.
Seen this side a little bit harder to get a hold of. It's a good effort, but I don't think it's going to change too much.
Yeah, I don't think so. So Robbo and Mitch have 1 shot on the respot if it kills, but just gathering by the conversation, I don't think we'll see that much weight. I'll indicate he might just play sort of 6 foot and turn the shot bowl through the jack, get something moving.
There's going to be contact. I don't think that changes too much either, ironically.
Doesn't. Still looks like it'll be a couple. Far off being a third. No. Pretty confident saying it's only 2 there, Tone.
Yep. See if we can catch Bradley Gibson's eye at some stage, get it confirmed. It's been a game of two halves so far, Sam. Confirmed by Mitch Sidewood. Thank you, mate. After dropping the first 4 ends, Gibson and Corless have come back with the next 3. 7-5.
Yeah, here he goes, Tone, starting to fire up now.
Yep. Just does not look like missing at the moment. Sidebottom and Robertson will be keen to get the mat back, shorten this one up again. Going almost tee to tee, the mat's on the tee, and it's probably about a yard in from the tee at the other end. Two lovely bowls from Bradley Gibson.
Looks to be better here. Just needs this one to turn a little bit. Didn't give a whole lot.
No, I thought it was a good track. 10 yards out.
The weight was spot on. Good afternoon to you, Kenneth. Hope you're well.
Sure what's going on. A couple of rinks over, but they're taking bowls and walking them back. There's an umpire out. No dead ends in this format.
Absolutely no idea what's happened there. A couple of
A
rings
little bit
across,
puzzling.
Can't even think of anything that has resulted in half of the bowls in an end getting kicked back.
Players have played the wrong bowls or something like that, maybe. Playing on the wrong line. Not too sure. We'll find out. Joshy Corless on the mat now. Holding definitely 2, probably 3. And now 4. Joshy Corless is on the trot after this, just querying as he ran past, am I there? It's a good effort, could be just a touch shy from being in the count. Could be, Bo. We'll find out. Sammy's over there chatting to the umpire now. So we are just finding out what's happened for curiosity's sake. Robbo just edges up Josh Corless's bowl. Still favour they're holding a reasonable number here. Them being Josh Corless, Bradley Gibson.
How many do you reckon, Tone?
I'm going to say it's 4.5.
That's
Four and a
brave.
measure.
That's
Four
good.
and a measure. Yeah, it's. I think in. I'm going to
Front
say
one,
5
maybe?
now. Yeah,
Okay. Robert with the last bowl. Work to do.
4 or 5 down. You've seen how devastatingly good he's been early on in this match.
Big change in momentum over this game. On his forehand. Oh, not far away, Tone. Needs to clear this one. Oh, this is an absolute heartbreaker.
Yeah, Mitchy Sidebottom gives him a high five. He knows that was a big bowl. 5 down to 1 up. Now they get the opportunity to change the length of this end. Mitch Sidebottom put the mat down and then checked, and he's now brought it right up. What a bowl from Matty Robertson. Now, Sam, we are dying to know what happened a couple of rinks over.
Not that interesting.
Ah,
Very
come on.
anticlimactic.
Can you make something up?
So the lines on the rink are set up for 8 rinks, but we're only using 7 here at the moment under the indoor cover, and the jack has been moved out to the side, outside the peg, but inside the black line, and the players on the green haven't looked at where the peg is and continued to play another 3 or 4 bowls, and then realised they'd stuffed it.
Silly
So
duffers.
both players agreed to replay the end. So
Makes
there you go.
sense. And look at the difference here, Sammy, when this goes to a shorter length end. Mitch Sidebottom,
It's back.
he's back to how he was in ends 1, 2, 3 and 4. Yeah, it's a good call, John Stokes. He's a tall man, Mitch Sidebottom. Robbo, about average height. Had to get a step ladder out just to get the high five.
Yeah, good again from Mitchie. Changes things up first to trail the jack. Would force Stixie into changing hands here, or he's going to play forehand underneath and follow Mitch down.
It's a hard hand, that backhand.
Searching here is Stixie. Try and sit the bowl right through or move the jack.
Why not? Oh, confidence is high the last, well, probably 4 or 5 ends now.
That's a good shot and makes
Very
for
good.
a tough draw out on this side on the backhand. Jack right off centre. This one just needs to settle. Stays on just. See if Bradley Gibbs can follow up and add another shot. Just needs to settle. It's a pretty good set. After Mitch Sidebottom's opening couple of bowls, which are now right out of the game.
Yep.
Conversion and held a couple on the crossover.
Great effort. Matty Robertson.
Yeah, looked like it was going to be right the whole way down until it just didn't pull up in time. Yeah, that's what it looks like from the angle we've got, but it can be a bit deceiving when these jacks get moved off centre. Stixie favouring the front bowler's shot.
Afternoon, Brendan. Hope you're well. Well, if it wasn't shot previously, it certainly is now.
And maybe falls in for second. Robbo just asking. Forces Robbo into a change of hands. Want to play this on his backhand underneath. Not miles away either, Tone.
Yeah, I don't mind this as an option. Yeah, absolutely brilliant.
What a shot that is.
It'd be hard to remove too, Sam.
Makes one. Tricky get after the mat. Could you...
Does he actually get 2 out of that?
I think Stixie said it was just one.
Yeah.
It's not far off making second. Don't know if any contact on the shot bowl, if the jack's going out of bounds or is it staying in, because just out of screen in the bottom right hand corner.
There is another bowl on Mitchie side bottoms there. Having a run is Josh CORLESS.
Get good.
Oi!
Oh, big kill, and Brad Gibson's bowl back up.
See if we can get back to the centre of this head. Jack's going to go back on the tee.
On the tee. Robbo's had to go behind a few cupboards to retrieve the jack.
It's on the right line. I don't know if he was having a joke there or not. I think it might have been an accidental error.
Alright, so big hit from Josh CORLESS has turned one down into close to a couple.
Yeah, it's hard to tell from here, Sam, but I favour it's a couple.
Last bowl with Robbo. Needs to make it count. Not too bad here. Just needs to turn a bit more.
Good enough for second shot. Josh CORLESS still got one to come though.
Probably you have a close look here whether the last bowler's removes that if it's worth anything. Might be easier off just drawing a second. The situation of the game. You land the bowl, you make 3, draw for 2. I mean, unless the other 3 are actually all third shots out this side. Oh, that's Robbo's out there, isn't it?
That's Robbo's, the
Yeah.
furthest one, yeah.
Okay, so it might be easier off drawing here. See what Joshy CORLESS comes up with.
Yeah, drawing in for second shot is the aim.
Well, quick for the draw, but
It is too.
okay for landing the bowl.
I thought the way he was setting up, he was going for the draw.
Well, it has turned it out a roll. No, just a single.
Well played, Bradley Gibson, Josh CORLESS.
Brings it
Lovely
back.
drive from Chopper.
To an 8-6 lead. The way of Matt Robertson and Mitch Sidebottom through the opening 9 ends. You knew that was going to happen.
Yeah. The one and only Jimmy Whitehead was just about to step into commentary, and then I think what he did was he teed up a mate to call him just at the right time.
Definitely.
It's not his first rodeo.
Yeah, one more end.
Yeah.
Oh, the game's over. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Next game. All right, 8-6. High quality last couple of ends, as we'd come to expect from players on show. Both starting to find this stream rink pretty
It's
well.
hard to
and
argue
it's,
with the standard, isn't it? I mean,
yeah.
they've all played some absolute pearlers. Mitch and Robbo are on fire early.
Out a 7-0 lead of the opening 4 ends, and things have tightened right back up.
Shows the importance between these two leads of controlling the length of the end, doesn't it? Shorter ends, Mitchie's been all over it. Longer ends, Bradley Gibson's hardly missed.
It's a good game, this.
Jimmy's
60
come
good again.
in to tag Sam out. Sam said, no, I'm quite happy. Can't get another massage, Jimmy. Be off for his 5th latte. Maybe a little puff scone or something. Kind of an annoying spot to finish that one for Bradley Gibson. Be right in his line. Bradley Gibson having no trouble navigating Mitch Sidebottom's shorter bowl.
They're all in a good spot. Mitch needs to clear this. He has obviously never getting shot from out there, but at least gave them one past the jack. Also important in this 3-bowl pairs format.
It's close matches all across this green. 7-9, 7-7, 8-7, 7-6, 9-9 and 8-6. Not much in it at all. So Musto trailing Reed 7-9, Wallace and Pomerantz 7-all, Paulson 8 leading Burt 7, Manson 7 leading Naylor 6, and Miller and Skikluna. Making that up completely. I've probably butchered someone's surname.
There was
They're
always
9 all.
always going to be one.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
All right, Joshua CORLESS, pretty handy here.
Yeah, well played.
Sneaks in, draws the... I'll say that's the number 1 shot. Holding close to 3. Robbo with his first bowl up on the forehand here. Still room for the shot to be drawn. And has missed the weight completely there as Robbo.
Unusual for Robbo.
Especially in the sort of touch he's in this game.
Yep, still 3-bowl pairs though. He's got a couple of opportunities to correct. So no great stress for him.
Josh's got to get past the front green and Mitch's to count. I don't think so. See if Robbo's able to make the correction.
It's close to being in, but oh.
Robbo asking for it to be kind. Got a big piece of the jack.
Good enough for second shot. Whether they were down 3 or 4 is kind of irrelevant now.
Now back to 1. See if Josh can play this pretty confidently still up on the backhand. Get a couple of rolls out of the shot bowl. This can fall through. Can sit Robbo's last one through. You got Stixies on the right side on the way in as well.
Sounds like options are plenty.
Under this is okay. Just crashing. He actually falls back into a probably a bit of an annoying spot.
Yeah, it's
Robbo. There was a
awkward.
nice little port to swing the shot bowl out. May have blocked it up just slightly.
Robbo's got the shot locked in his mind.
Yeah, there still is a little bit of a gap to get through there and a piece of the jack. No other bowls past the jack on this end, so if Robbo gets the jack, he's got to go with it. Don't know, needs to
Bit
hold.
under.
Anything could happen now, Tone, or not. All right, so consecutive ends to the pairing of Josh Corless and Brad Gibson. Back-to-back singles. Margin back to 1. 8-7.
2/3 of the way through this match, Sam. Not much splitting these two teams at all.
Joshy Corless, interested in this one from Stixie. A great correction. Lands right on top of the jack. That's been the main difference in this game. Brad Gibson just able to get locked in. 5 of the last 6 ends. Created some much better heads for Josh to play to. Just done well, just released it slightly, but
Makes it both better and worse. Flattened out the bowl.
Yep.
The chopsticks. We like that one.
Yeah, it's a good home no matter what, especially with the way the head's set up. Yeah, real good. Gives him a real good second shot and say something to work off, but just falls down. So, a couple of good seconds. Can see Robbo's intention. Just missing what he was after. Want to flick the shot ball off the jack.
It's kind of a good miss though, isn't it? It's landed in a pretty good spot.
What's Josh Corless got here? Good shot, but opens it up for Robbo to change over and have 2 goes on this forehand side. No, he won't be short to this.
Doesn't like it.
wants this to stay on. This is important here if this stays on or not. Falls in, so they don't really have anything all the way back now, so got to play the harder weight. Got to play a little bit less for the jack to just stick around. I think the boys are still keen to try and change this up. Hard to see why, especially the form Mubbo's been in. Alright, on the forehand, similar sort of shot. Play the right weight, just to turn his own once, or even rip back across in front of the jack.
Would have loved another roll on that one to get close to counting, but two just to block up that hole a little.
Wasn't far away. He's probably going to play enough weight just for the jack to get back to mid side bottoms and make a couple, or he's going to play a little bit more adventurous and maybe even try and flick both the bowls out. Brad Gibson has the two best back, has the respot covered, so jack all the way through is no good. Searching, still needs some turn.
I've seen that a little bit on this hand.
Missing a lot, and for the first time in this game, Brad Gibson and Josh Corless, Tony, have hit the front.
After the first four ends, you may have thought this one was going to be one-sided, staring down. A big defeat, 7-zip down. Since then, they've outscored Sidebottom Robinson 7-1. In fact, 9-1, as they get ready to update the scoreboard here at the venue.
Yeah, JT made that mistake a couple times, don't worry, yesterday and the day before. This is quality leading now from Brad Gibson. There was another touch at open proceedings on N12.
Good battle. Yeah, great leading, Bradley Gibson. Track again from Bradley Gibson. Eating jacks a little bit. Continues to do it. Well played. Two out of three touches from Bradley Gibson.
It's pretty good going, and Sidebottom's completely missed the line on the last one there, and big opportunity now for Josh Corless to play a big one. Already holding 3. There's a bit of a target there for Robbo, so we'll see which way he goes about trying to clean the shape of this head up, see if he can turn a bowl in behind or hide the jack somewhere. Oh, there you go, got the outside edge of Brad Gibson's. Fell flat. No, didn't mention that.
We didn't kick Jimmy off.
Well,
We kind of did.
he kind of did.
I was trying to make it sound nice.
Robbo, jack in the
Well
belly.
played, Matty Robertson.
He was always set up for, he was never going to be short. Just go. Absolutely smack the jack into the ditch, and the Dutcher follows on with it.
I don't know whether we'll be able to get the camera down any further and see the markers on the bank.
Might only be one here.
Yep. Can't quite get any further than that, but we can show from the other angle. You can see the white marker signifies where the jack is and the red marker is where the bowl is, so it's probably 2 foot. A little bit of space to do it.
See Joshy Corless's come into view now, not far away from
Good effort. It's going to be close.
shot. It's going to make it close, doesn't it, Tone? Or see
I
if we
think
can get it-
Robbo's in the pit is still going to be shot, but it is very, very difficult to tell.
You can see there the red marker on the bank. It's where Robbo's touching the ditch is. The white just to the right of the ring number 7. That's where the jack lies. So yeah, you might be right, Tone. Robbo's might be still holding one.
Yeah, good call, and she really has been going very well.
Let's get there, pal.
Yeah, I think you can sort of hear Robbo call it for us, that one, Tone.
Yeah, not quite getting there.
Speed.
We had someone watching from Mount Buller earlier, and we got Darryl watching from Mount Gambier. It was the Battle of the Mountains. Is there much of a mountain at Mount Gambier? I must confess I've never been there.
Don't know, never been anywhere near it.
Haven't you?
Near Mount
Yeah.
Gambier, I don't think.
Darryl will tell us. I'm sure there would be. They wouldn't call it that if there wasn't. By all reports, a nice part of the world. So Joshy Corless aiming to draw this one effectively to the ditch. Track's good.
Oh, needs it to run.
Speed's pretty good. It's a good effort, but not quite. Robbo, just confirm as he walked past, he is holding one. Can't see his other bowl down there, Sam, so I don't quite know. He's in the ditch.
There you
There
go.
we go. Hidden. I think he's just got to try and draw this rather than try and sit any of the bowls there. He's got to play the same bowl as Josh Corless, but
Yeah, he played a pretty good
Foot
line.
longer.
Pretty good line with his first. No, second, sorry. Not the worst attempt here, Tony.
yeah, it's a very good attempt. Yeah, draws some applause from Josh Corless. 2 shots. Mitchy Sidebottom, Matty Robertson puts them back in front. Big lake there at Mount Gambier. It's got everything. Mitchy Sidebottom bringing the mat up almost as far as he can. Can't see if he's quite on the minimum length marker, but he's not far from it. The jack is a few yards short, so we'll just have to double check. Call for an umpire on a short jack here, so
Mate, sitting right behind the rink with not a clue in the world, Tone.
Umpire. Take.
here it comes. What's your call, Sam? You favour this one's just a touch short?
Is the line there? Is that where the minimum is?
It's very close to that, yeah.
4 inches in it.
4 inches in it, says Robbo. Right.
Yeah,
Well, that's
good.
8 inches,
Yeah, 8
Robbo.
inches, yeah.
Robbo says it's either 4 inches short or long. I'm not sure, but there's only 4 inches in it.
Might be just short, is it? 2 inches short.
Yeah,
There you
2
go.
inches short. So, quite a difference though. I'll now hand over a length to Bradley Gibson, who's been going effectively tee to tee, just under.
Yeah, that's a
See what he does here.
big miss in terms of the way the game has been going. And
It is. It's a big
Been
penalty
played,
for
yeah.
2 inches.
especially the way Stixie's been leading on these longer length ends.
Yeah, pretty consistent. Probably 3 or 4 foot in from the tee. Mitchie Sidebottom, of course, retains the honours.
Yes, Mitchell. Great start, pal.
A few of those calls today. Yes, Mitchell. Line's about spot on. 2 foot short.
Trying hard, just needs to settle a fraction.
Got the tee covered. Yeah, 2 great bowls.
Yeah, you heard Robbo better than the
Sidebottom.
first.
Yep.
Good shot.
This stage, Bradley Gibson might be thinking I should have just let him have that short end. If he's going to put him on like that.
Yeah, forces Brad to change onto this backhand side. Definitely the trickier of the two hands.
He's actually got the line pretty good for, as you say, the harder of the 2 hands.
He's actually played it too badly, just over in weight. Still got to give it a chance the way the head's set up, so don't want to find yourself underplaying that when swapping over.
Val Gorman's watching from Bundoora. They have a keen eye on what Josh Corless is doing. Of course, Bradley Gibson played at Bundoora for a few seasons too.
Chance here, if Stacey can play the shot first. Wouldn't mind seeing him play similar speed. Move the jack all the way down. Just struggling to get back. He's done in a nice pack. They're waiting, but at the same time, he find themselves 2 or 3 down at the head. So this can be a bit of a tricky one here if you. Josh Corless, of course, Robbo will have first bowl.
Yep.
And if he'll try and get to the pack first.
Looks to be some matches finishing outside, Sam, so we'll have results begin to be entered into Bowls Link. Of course, men's pairs and women's pairs being played at many a club across Gippsland today. The Henselite Victorian Open brought to you by Destination Gippsland, Latrobe City Council, and of course Morwell Bowling Club and Traralgon Bowling Clubs. Strong supporters of the event enable us to put on The second largest event in the country. In excess of $100,000 in prize money.
Okay, so I think he's going to search for this jack tone.
Yeah, he's got to play the same shot Sticks did, but
Heard Stixie.
hole or two narrower.
Stixie say he's got 3 cracks at it, so go and get it. Here you go.
Oh, he's going big.
Yeah, yep. On the forehand, looking for a couple of the bowls or the jack.
One gone.
Maybe if he gets that one through the jack and it kills, they've got a great 3 on the respot. Does clear that and opens it up as well. Kane Nelson tuning in, running support for Brad Gibson.
Yeah, he will be. Robbo just looking to get something down the back.
I don't think he's there, Tony.
No, he's just pulled up a little short. Ironically enough, it's not far off being in the count.
Joshy Corless going to back himself in again here. Get a piece of the bowl and the jack. Kills good.
Doesn't want to take his own out. Takes that one.
Misses under. And takes one of those 3 bowls that were past the head.
What would be your shot there, Sam? Would you go with that weight or would you play more 6 feet trying to trail Jack back?
Nah, that was right.
That's the right weight.
It's a piece of the bowl or the jack or the bowl through the jack and kills, and you got 3 of Brad Gibson's bowls surrounding it within this. So what's Robbo going to do with his last? They're holding. What are they holding? Just about 4. Are they?
It's hard to tell from that angle. Definitely 2, could be 3, could be 4.
The wide ones are in. And Robbo just needs this to stay on. He just can't hit very fine. He can just see that back of the rink there. It stays on. So Josh is going to have a look to see how many they're down here.
I'm dying to know, but I don't want to ask him. So.
I think if it's any more than 2, he might see him draw it. Room to cut a few out on the draw if multiple down.
Well, let's say it's 4, Sam, worst case scenario. You can't really afford to go 4 down with only a couple of ends to play after this.
Yeah, correct. So he's already had 2 cracks at the drive here as Josh Corless. He's got 1 bowl left, last bowl of the end. Trail 10-9 with 2 ends to play after this. Let's see what he can come up with. They've made their mind. He walks his way back to the mat.
Running again. Oh, this line looks good. Oh, gee, that's narrowly missed.
Just needed a little piece of it through the jack, and
We will find out how many it is now too, Sam, with no change. Three and a look is the call from Robbo. It's a big end. Two are definite. Matty Robertson says it's 3 and a look.
that's
That
not
one is
in.
not in.
Might only be 2 here, Tone.
Yeah.
Oh, is that just in? Just looks like it is 3.
The eyes of
It's
Matty
in.
Robertson are rarely wrong.
a big 3 in the context of the overall and the section, the way it'll shape out. Still one more game to come this afternoon. Inside bottom, Matt Robertson, 13 shot to 9 lead. 2 ends remaining here. Back to these shorter length ends where which was on top of the lead battle in the early stages of this contest.
Back to the shorter ends. Mitchie side bottom with a handy opener. Robertson might have been playing with Kevin Anderson for a little bit. Dropped a hurry. Just wanted that one to go another spin or so. Don't mind this one, Sam. Don't mind this one. Just edges the jack. An entertaining match, Sam. It's ebbed and flowed quite a number of times. Still plenty of life in it yet.
Alright, so Brad Gibson playing a little bit of weight there, trying to change some things up the front of that pack. Turn Mitch Sidebottom's bolt right out of the head. Still to be one down. Gives Josh Corless a few options. How's Whitehead just moving behind the rink while Robbo's on the mat about to bowl?
What are we going to do with this Jimmy Whitehead guy?
That is horrific.
Have to put him in timeout, I reckon.
Naughty corner.
Yep.
As Robbo looks to the count.
1 minute for every year of his age, though. We've been there for quite some time. No apology, no nothing. Just kept walking.
Doesn't have a clue.
As if he's the big show. Yeah. He's a clip over the ears.
Joshy Corless up on the forehand here. Any turn of Stixie's bowl is enough for a shot. This has got to get something, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, good shot. Makes one.
They're all important at the moment.
Yeah,
Second last end.
Need to win this end no matter what to give themselves a real good chance.
So quite a number of the players now inside, getting ready for lunch and so on. So the rinks outside have finished. They say this runs about 16 seconds in here, Sam. I don't know if that's about what you'd say. It might not be quite that. 15, 16. It runs pretty good. Slightly slower outside, so they're in early for lunch.
Robbo looking to draw this off on the forehand. Just caught a little bit wide. Another one in behind. But Josh Corless with a couple to come. Sort of see what he's signalling up on the forehand draw up there. Just doesn't want to overplay it and turn the shot ball through the jack. Wide if he hurries past now and didn't quite turn late. Still just the one. Both skips with one bowl to come. Second last end of the match. So are we going to look to draw this off on the forehand again, or change over and get up through the shot bowl? Yeah, I think he's confident still playing the forehand. Gets contact on Brad Gibson's front bowl as Robbo's on the way in as well. No idea, Tone. No idea. Backhand.
It's called being exactly wrong. Tell you what, it's a good effort. It's a real good effort.
Oh, look at that.
What?
What's that done?
It's fallen the wrong way is what they've done.
Alright, holding one, Josh Corless. Not a lot of room to add a second in. Oh, chance here, Tone. Just needs to settle down and inside of Robbo's last one.
Just to fall the right way, just falls out.
Doesn't get the right side. He sits that and falls in, makes it close. Just a single. Brad Gibson and Josh Corless. 13-10 the scoreline as we head into the final end here, Tone.
Yep, they will go long, that is for sure. Oh, it's been an entertaining match, Sammy.
It certainly has. The Stixie and Chopper just struggled to find it a little bit early, and while that was happening, Matt Robertson was up and about, playing some big conversions and snuck out to a good lead. I've missed that from Robbo. What was happening there?
I think Robbo has just said, Mitch and I were just discussing what length to play, thinking that they'd won the end.
I saw them have a little bit of a chat. I just assumed it was what they want to achieve going into the last end, not what length they were going to play.
And then he's just turned around to Mitchie and said, oh, good conversation.
I heard the good conversation, but that's good. Alright,
you gotta love
so
it.
Bradley Gibson absolutely spot on weight. Played just about maximum length. Just wasn't able to find the line. Can be tricky to do here.
Looking to seal this match right here is Mitch Sidebottom. He'll want to put
Anything
something
but
right
short.
on it. Yep.
Give Stixie a chance, but have a look at that. It's ended up again. It's been happened a few times where late on where Stixie's been forced into maybe changing hands. He's going to have one more go on the forehand.
Watch this bowl come in. I'll run through some other rink scores that we've seen, or we can see in here. So Miller leading Scicluna, I hope I'm saying that right, 16-10, they played 14. Manson and Naylor are locked at 9 shots apiece, they played 12. Paulson 13 leading Burt 12 after 14. Wallace 11 trailing Pomerantz 12 after 13. Mitchie comes through with a lovely bowl there. And the far rink on this says they played 20 ends, so there's obviously an error there, but it's 14-11 to Phil Musto over Reed. So other matches as they're completed will be entered into Bowls Link. quite sure.
Stixie.
Margaret, whether you've watched the last couple of days, we've had mixed pairs on each of the days. And then we'll flip men's and women's as much as we can between now and the rest of the event.
Women's singles action in Traralgon over the weekend.
Tomorrow we should get an opportunity to have a bit of everything. But, we have to start somewhere, so mixed pairs, obviously we have no favourites. And then we cycle through the days. Matty Robinson's not going to let Jimmy forget. He walked behind him just as he was about to shoot.
Neither will we.
No. No, that'll be in the staff chat for a while.
Joshy Corless trying to get after to land this bowl or get a piece of the jack down the line. Well, set the bowl out for one. Good shot.
Got a nice little collection building.
And Robbo's going to
Just
try
to
and
the right of screen.
get
Sorry,
to that
Sam.
group of bowls. You're right, on the forehand first. He's
Not
under
with
the
that one, he's
line. Might provide a bit of nuisance value.
That one's probably Jimmy's fault too. It's still in Robbo's mind. I'll tell Jimmy that anyway.
I reckon if they're holding one, jump over and on the back end and draw two, or and it gets them a draw. A bit hard to get at the green now. It's holding them out of a couple more. If they do, it gives Robbo a lot of room to draw, to cut back with these next two bowls.
Chris Wallace, Rink picking up a 2 over there, so they'll be leading by 1, about to play their last end. A lot of neck and neck games here. Josh Corless has just made it almost all the way back to the mat and turn around and come back. Just wants to double check. He's got the right shot dialed in.
Righty, on the backhand here. Joshy Corless holding one. Last end.
Good enough for 2.
He's thrown in. Wants to run away from the other bowl now. I think Robbo's any chance to get after these couple of bowls here?
Problem is they're still there if I draw no matter where.
Could well be spot on the money, Sam. Robbo let out a bit of a giggle.
So he tried to run the shot bowls out there. Bad option. You might have heard him say, even if I draw one there, there's still going to be a chance for Josh to play a shot. If he runs the bowls out, it makes it really hard. He's missed, and
Somewhat
Josh
of a free hit though, isn't it? Because
Yeah,
Robbo's
Josh-
got last bowl.
so what do? Do you draw in and hold a tie of the game, or do you try and sit this underneath, which is a obviously much more difficult shot? If you get it, then you hold match.
A draw's fine though, given they both won their first match. So a draw can see them both still alive.
And Robbo and Mitch won their opening game by 1, and I reckon Six and
They
Chopper
won
won
by
by,
9,
I was going to
18-9.
say 9 or 10, so
But Josh Corless still has to get a third nut in there. currently holding 2.
All right, let's see what he comes up with then. It helps to draw a third or play something more adventurous. So wait, obviously on the backhand. Doesn't love it. He's called it quicker out of the hand. Not sure this is stopping in time, Tone.
Can't see Robbo wanted to bowl this, but
Yeah, missing out. So that'll be the
so
game. I
they're
think.
just discussing about the margin.
Yeah.
And if they have a one-shot victory here, no, they are going to shake hands and not play it. I think that's the smartest play.
That'll be the end of the game. What a cracking contest, Tone.
2 shots to Josh Corless on the final end, but it's not quite enough. A 13-12 victory to Matty Robertson, who's just saying as he walks past, not worth taking the risk. Margin is irrelevant if you win all 3, so they're backing themselves in to win the final match. That's 13-12 to Mitch Sidebottom, Matty Robertson. A great match against Bradley Gibson and Josh Corless. Come down to the wire, Sammy, but there can only be one winner. That concludes round 2 action of the Henselite Victorian Open Men's Pairs Action 2024. We will be back with round 3 very shortly.
The Traralgon Bowls Club. Amazing food for you and your family. Function rooms for celebrating with your friends. Corporate spaces for meetings and conferences. With special benefits for members, visit us today at the Traralgon Bowls Club. More than just a bowls club.
In the UK, there's a bowl for every surface for the Henselite product. Here overseas, I use the Tiger 2 and I use the Dreamline XG purely because I love the grip and the arc that the bowl takes, and that's what makes me one of the best players in the world.